watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio, and now streaming at KPVM.TV. I'm David Preston on this Tuesday, February 13th. An investigation is ongoing for a helicopter crash that results in the death of 6 people. RJ Camacho has this story.
On February 9th, a helicopter carrying 6 people crashed near the California-Nevada border. This occurred just east of the I-15 near Halloran Springs Road around 10:12 p.m. The next day, on February 12th, no survivors were reported to be found at the crash site. Michael Graham, who was with the National Transportation Safety Board, stated that flight tracking data showed the helicopter traveling along the I-15 at approximately 1,000 to 1,500 feet above the ground. Near the end of the flight data, the helicopter made a slight right turn heading south, went to ground speed, according to the National Transportation Safety Board. According to reports, there was also rainfall in the area when the crash occurred. While not equipped with a voice recorder, officials have recovered onboard equipment for further examination and analysis. The wreckage itself is also to be moved in order to be analyzed. 4 of the 6 who were on board were identified as well. Herbert Wigwe, who is the chief executive of Access Bank, his wife, Chizoba Wigwe, his son, Chizi Wigwe, and a former Nigeria Stock Exchange chairman, Abimbola Ogunbanjo. Currently, this investigation is ongoing and the cause of the crash has yet to be identified. However, according to reports, the 6 who were on board the helicopter were killed in the crash.
Law enforcement officers make 39 arrests for DUI during a Super Bowl Sunday blitz in Las Vegas. Las Vegas Metro Police say their operation led to 250 stops on Sunday, February 11th, the night of the big game at Allegiant Stadium. On top of the 39 arrests, another 92 citations were issued. The Las Vegas Metro Police Department credit officers with the Northeast and Southeast area commands, traffic and patrol safety officers, along with law enforcement officers from the Nevada State Police, Clark County School District Police, Boulder City, and UNLV Police. President Joe Biden meets with the King of Jordan, and a raid on the town of Rafah results in the rescue of 2 hostages. RJ Camacho has more on this story.
On February 12th, President Joe Biden met with Jordan's King, Abdullah II, at the White House. According to reports, the two talked on how to end the war between Israel and Hamas, which has spanned approximately 5 months. They also spoke on what could come after the war. Aides of the Biden administration have currently been working alongside the nations of Israel, Egypt, and Qatar in order to broker another ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. This new ceasefire agreement aims to send more humanitarian aid into the region of Gaza, as well as aiming to get hostages released from Hamas. The new ceasefire agreement is also meant to last 6 weeks. President Joe Biden went on to state that the key elements of the deal are on the table. There are gaps that remain, but I've encouraged Israeli leaders to keep working to achieve the deal. He continued, stating that the U.S. would do everything possible in order to make the agreement happen. King Abdullah II also spoke on the matter, stating that, "We cannot stand by and let this continue. We need a lasting ceasefire now. This war must end." On February 12th, the same day Biden met with King Abdullah II, Israeli forces rescued 2 hostages in the town of Rafah. According to reports, Israeli forces stormed a heavily guarded apartment within the densely packed town of Rafah as airstrikes covered their raid. While Israel has rescued the 2 hostages, the raid resulted in the death of 74 Palestinians, including women and children. The identities of the hostages rescued were Fernando Simon Marman, age 60, and Luis Har, age 70. These 2 were both abducted during the October 7th attack by Hamas. Israeli military spokesman Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari also stated that members of their rescue team guarded the hostages with their own bodies as the battle intensified. Israel's offensive has resulted in the death of over 28,000 Palestinians, as well as displacing over 80% of the population.
This week, Phase 2 begins on what is being called the Las Vegas Tropicana 2.0 project. Anthony Roberts has all the details.
The Tropicana 2.0 project will begin in Las Vegas, starting on February 14th at 9 p.m. and is expected to continue to February 20th. The project is an attempt to ease traffic and tension along the I-15 corridor. You can expect a full closure of the I-15 in both directions between Russell Road and Flamingo Road from February 16th to February 19th to allow crew time to demolish the bridge over I-15. Included in the closure, you can expect Tropicana Avenue east and westbound lane closures from New York to Dean Martin Drive, the Flamingo Road on-ramp to I-15, the I-15 Harmon ramps, both I-15 north and southbound ramps to Tropicana east and west, the Tropicana on-ramp to I-15 south and I-15 north, I-15 northbound to Arena Drive, Russell Road on-ramp to I-15, as well as the Las Vegas Boulevard ramp to I-15. This is only Phase 2 of the Tropicana 2.0 project. The project is expected to be completed by mid-2025.
A player for the Las Vegas Raiders is arrested for a DUI just before Super Bowl weekend. News 25 has more on this story.
Janarius Robinson, who plays for the Las Vegas Raiders, was recently arrested after allegedly hitting a woman in the valet area of a Las Vegas strip resort. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department officers were called to the resort after a woman was allegedly hit by a vehicle, causing her to become pinned between 2 cars. She was transported to local hospitals just before officers arrived. According to a surveillance video, Robinson could be seen getting in and out of the vehicle at approximately 5:48 a.m. after the incident had occurred. Officers reported that Robinson had a strong odor of alcohol on their person, as well as bloodshot and watery eyes. Janarius Robinson has been scheduled to appear in court on June 4th.
After the break, we have a story on the Jordan World Circus coming to Pahrump. News 25 will be back after this.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And welcome back to News 25. When the Jordan World Circus returns to Pahrump next month, it will not include one of their family-friendly features. Mikey Bruhan has this story.
The Jordan World Circus is set to return to Pahrump next month. However, elephant rides won't be included. During the Nye County Commissioners meeting, February 6th, Nye County District Attorney Brian Coonsey explained that his decision on the matter was not in the county's hands.
Nevada has a rather obscure statute that deals with dangerous animals. And what the statute prohibits is anything that's classified as a dangerous animal. The owner must ensure that there is no human contact with the animal. And one of the animals that is listed in the statute is all elephants. And I know this event offers elephant rides. Now, I must say that's a bit strange to me. I grew up in northern Nevada petting Bertha and Tina, the Jonasquaga's Nuggets elephants. And, you know, many countries, obviously, elephants are very much within the community, but in our statute, it does prohibit any contact with any dangerous animal with a human, and that is the owner's responsibility to make sure that happens. If it is a violation, it is a criminal provision, but it also allows for the seizing of the animals. That's not something we're very equipped to do. But I think if this permit is going to be issued, it does have to be issued with the provision that there is no contact with humans and the elephants.
Do you have a definition for dangerous animal? Because any animal can be dangerous. Even a
I
dog.
don't disagree, but the statute is very clear. What it simply says is dangerous wild animal means any of the following live animals held in captivity. And the first one is all elements from the genre Elephas and Loxodonta. So it's a technical name. What's puzzling to me, and this is what's so amazing to me, is that American black bears are also on this list that have been bred in captivity. So if I capture a wild American black bear, if I'm capable of doing that and still surviving, I can actually have human contact with that. So there's some ridiculousness in the statute, but it does very clearly say that all elephants fit within the definition of a dangerous wild animal.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the outdoor festival license to Vegas Productions, Inc. for the Jordan World Circus to be held on March 12th, 2024 at McCullough Arena, with the exception that I guess we allow no elephant rides or contact with elephants.
I'll second. Thank you.
I have a motion, a second. Any further discussion? If not, I'll call for the vote. Aye.
Aye.
Jabor's aye.
Jordan World Circus is set for Tuesday, March 12th at 6:30 p.m. at the McCullough Arena at Petrick Park.
In other news, more than 60 dairy products are recalled due to listeria concerns.
More than 6 types of cheese and other dairy products sold at deli counters and on store shelves across multiple chains have been recalled over listeria concerns. The recall started last week, with Rizzo Lopez Foods recalling dozens of their dairy products. The affected cheeses, crema, and yogurt were produced under a baker's dozen of brand names, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention explained. This recall includes products like enchiladas, bean dip, dressings, and sauces. At least 2 deaths have been linked to the recalled items, and 23 people have been hospitalized, the agency noted. Fresh Creative, Trader Joe's, and Simply Fresh are now recalling products that were made with an ingredient that Rizzo Lopez Foods supplied. These products were sold at stores including Albertsons and Costco. Anyone who purchased the recalled cheeses or dairy products is advised to throw them away or return them to the store where they purchased. Additionally, any surface the products could have touched, such as the refrigerator, containers, and surfaces, should be cleaned immediately. The CDC also warned people who ate the recalled dairy products to go to the hospital if they are pregnant or if they experience fever, muscle aches, or tiredness. The CDC also provided a list of over 60 products included in the recall. That list can be found at cdc.gov/listeria/outbreaks/cheese-02-24.
Looking for something to do on Valentine's Day? Well, food, drinks, and entertainment await you at the Mexican Grub and Pub, which will be hosting a Valentine's show dubbed What is Love? Oliver Jones tells us more.
Okay, so on Valentine's Day, 5280 Mexican Grub, they're doing a dinner and show. It's written all by me and performed by local actors in town. The ticket is $60 per person. With that ticket, you get the show, of course, and they're all about love, different types of love. You get chicken parmesan over angel hair pasta with cannoli for dessert. Also, breadsticks and salad are included with that. You also get a raffle ticket. We're going to have some pretty cool prizes you could win just for showing up, and you get a free drink. So that all comes. Oh, and the ladies get to take home a rose. It'll be a lot of fun. There's a lot of funny scripts and sketches. There's a few serious ones. So, but I think it's different for Pahrump. I don't think they've ever seen anything like this. So it should be really cool. It should be a really fun night. So the play begins at 6 p.m. on Valentine's Day, February 14th at 5280 Mexican Grub. We'll go till about 8:30 at night. There's 12 different sketches. So they're all very short plays. They range from 5 to 10 minutes. Well, it means a lot to me because I'm kind of sticking my neck out there with all the things that I've written. So the community will get to see the inner workings of my mind, I guess, and maybe how I feel about love. The event is called What is Love? So, everybody has a different definition of love. Everybody explains love differently and feels differently about love. So what is love is a good name for it. And it's going to be a night for hopefully people walk out and they think differently about love, or they see an aspect of love that they didn't see before. But yeah, it's going to be different for Pahrump. Since I've been here 4 years, I haven't seen anything like this done before. So it should be a really cool night, especially on Valentine's Day. There's not a lot to do in Pahrump, and this could be a very romantic, fun night for you and your spouse.
Have you ever thought about getting married at a Denny's restaurant? Well, now is your chance. We'll have that story and more after the break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
And welcome back to News 25. Valley Electric shares with its members the truth about winter bills and offers tips to help keep you warm and improve your energy efficiency.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
Wondering why your energy bill may go up when the temperature drops? Sustained cold temperatures mean heating systems run more often and for longer periods, even if your thermostat setting remains the same. When we experience consistent colder weather, your heating system works harder to make up the difference between the outdoor and indoor temperature. And the harder it works, the more electricity you use. That's why home heating typically takes up a big chunk of your winter electric bills, and why your bills often go up the colder it gets. We can't control the weather, but we can help you manage your energy use during the colder months. Small actions can make a big difference in saving energy and money. Here are 3 easy ways to save this winter. 1. When you're home and awake, set your thermostat to 68 degrees, then lower it when you sleep or leave for the day. 2. Seal in warm air and energy savings by caulking and weather stripping around all windows and exterior doors. 3. Check your HVAC or furnace filter regularly and replace it as needed to ensure your system is working efficiently. We know it's cold outside, we're bundled up too, but when we all do our part to conserve energy during extreme winter weather, you save money and our whole community benefits by putting less pressure on the electric grid. Contact us for more ways to save and stay warm out there.
Here comes the bride and the bacon. A Las Vegas Denny's restaurant is offering free weddings for Valentine's Day.
Denny's on Fremont Street is offering free weddings or vow renewals on Wednesday, February 14th. The package comes with an officiant, bride and groom t-shirts, a bacon bouquet, music, and decor. After the ceremony, enjoy a delicious dessert reception and champagne toast courtesy of Denny's. All couples who would like to get married or renew their vows can reserve a spot between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Denny's located at 450 Fremont Street near Las Vegas Boulevard. Spaces are limited. Newlyweds will also leave with 2 original Grand Slam vouchers to enjoy on their next visit. To reserve your spot, call the restaurant at 702-471-0056 or visit dennys.com/Vegas-weddings-unique-affordable-wedding-chapel.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look outside through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam, it's looking partly cloudy with white patches of snow on top of Mount Charleston. Roy Russell has our weather forecast coming up next.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Roy Russell here from the Channel 25 Weather Studios and streaming everywhere at KPVM.TV. Taking a look at Nevada right now, up in northern Nevada, Fernley is at 51 degrees. Fallon and Carson City are both at 50 degrees. Tonopah at 43 degrees, Goldfield at 44, Beatty at 55, Amargosa at 60 degrees, the hot spot of Nevada today, and Las Vegas at 57 degrees. And then there's Death Valley at 68 degrees. Here in the Paradise of Pahrump, it is currently 55 degrees. The high today just a little while ago was 59 degrees. Humidity 38% today, and the sun rose this morning at 6:33 and set at 5:22. Humidity raises up just a little bit more to 60%, and the low tonight was 36 degrees. Here, taking a look at the 7-day forecast. It's looking cloudy throughout the entire week, and we're staying in the low to mid 60s up until next Monday, when the chance of rain and clouds come back. On Monday, there's a 22% chance of rain, and on Tuesday, there's a 40% chance of rain. For any of those looking to travel, the USDA Forest Service says to not drive to Wheeler Pass because of the excessive amount of snow. And if you do not want to get your car stuck, well, don't go that way. Back to the desk, here's David.
Thank you, Rory. And it's very important to heed that Wheeler Pass warning. Well, that wraps up this edition of News 25. I'm David Preston. We will see you on the next newscast. Have a nice evening.